y'all, it's me, Happy Anderson, and another journal is complete. I have so much fun when I make these. And again, this is one that I started, found some more pretty things while shopping, set to the side, and just really needed a few things, but of course I kept adding. So this one is called The First Day of Issue, and it is available at thejunkgypsy.com. I will do a complete flip through. It has some vintage Ralph Lauren fabric that I absolutely love. And you can find me on Instagram at Original Junk Gypsy. And I do some mini flip throughs and some peek throughs. I do have a Facebook page. If you type in at the @ sign Original Junk Gypsy, you can usually find me socially. So I won't go through and say, this is a printable, because this is a printable. I am in the midst of redoing my website. Some of you may already know I accidentally deleted. All I can say is, my mother's been ill and I was caring for my mom, and one day I actually had to click 3 separate times to delete my website. I thought I was uploading a bunch of things, and I completely deleted thousands and thousands of files. So I've been slowly but surely adding them, and while there's not thousands, I have been adding. So just check. It's thejunkgypsy.com, excuse me. And I have printables that start at 50 cents. So I try to make it affordable because as much as I love junk journaling, I want other people to love it as well. And I do try to have things discoverable for the buyer. So I'm going to do a flip through, but I'm going to do it quickly so that the recipient actually can delve in. I just like to show where all the tucks and things are. And I've ordered some more embossing plates from overseas, some discontinued ones. And once I receive them, I will create some embellished papers and put them on the website as well. I actually have a bunch of handmade paper made up already. One day while I was spending the day at my mom's and she was sleeping a lot, I went outside and, for 2 days really, and I just made paper. I bought my decal and all my supplies. This is a printable. I know it's not up on the website. I gotta find it, and I will get to putting it on there. It actually has several. It's like fabrics, notions, all that sort of thing. I think it might be on my other computer though. Okay, let's get to it. I had so much fun making this journal. And like I said, this is some vintage Ralph Lauren fabric that I absolutely love. I do have more of it, but I moved from a fairly big house to a little 2-bedroom cottage, and I'm still discovering where I put things. So there's a big barn out back, and I'm afraid it's probably in a tub out there. But I have started destashing, so you guys, it's thejunkgypsy.com. I think I listed 50 books that and I have probably 50 to 100 more that I need to get rid of. I realize I can't keep everything because I keep buying more things. This is one of my top 10 favorite printables that I have, and because it just has that stain. I printed it. This is avocado dyed paper. This little acquaintance card. And I will say this uses several of these. This is some original scrapbook paper that was ever made. Well, I mean, I'm sure scrapbooking's been along a lot longer, but it's like early 80s scrapbook paper, and it's much, much thicker paper. I bought several packs of it at an antique store a while back, and this journal has a lot of it in there. So this is some embossed paper on a printable. Another printable. Tuck. I love embossed paper, so there's also a ton of it throughout. That's some more of that vintage paper. Some vintage paper. Now, I always say this, I love, love, love making things pretty, but I also want you to use the journals and actually journal in them. So that's why I create so many tuck spots, hidden spots, so that you can journal on things and actually use them. This is some old bridge papers. This is an old It had Paris recipes, French recipes in it. French and Italian, I think. There's some more of that beautiful fabric. I love a rose print, but I love a vintage rose print. More avocado paper. This is some of that. I don't know if you can see that, how thick it is. It's a lot thicker. And I just aged it. As much as I love blue, you guys know I love green as well. And this fabric, I know the camera's probably, it's like really, it's been raining on and off all day, so it's sort of overcast. But there is a shimmer and a shine to this fabric. And there's some of that blue that I love. Some little kiddos. Oh, and this is a tuck spot. Look at this. Flips out, and there's a pocket, and there's a pocket. Pocket for you, a pocket for you. I have so much fun making sure. So, you know, I have a thing for trims too. My husband says I have a thing for everything. But I love good vintage trims. And I don't have very much of it left either. But I am doing so good. I try not to hoard. This is handmade paper that I emboss. I do try to use and share my thing. I mean, that's why I buy it, because I love it and I want to share it with everybody. So I don't want to hoard it. And my problem is that I usually misplace it. Not that I'm hoarding it. I just put it somewhere. I always say, wherever it's at, I thought it was a really great spot to put it. That's a pocket. Back here's a pocket as well. It's an open pocket. A little flip. Some more of that scrapbook paper. Pocket. Journal card with embellished paper. Nothing like a good old, and this paper's, it's really old. It's this big, I mean, it was like, I don't know, 40 inches or so atlas that I found. And I just love the colors. And there's pockets. It's part of a wedding dress. I'm so blessed that my friends and family know what I do and love, and how much I love things. That, you know, I bought several wedding dresses, but I've been gifted 2 wedding dresses. And so I've been using them a lot. This is actually like laminated. Just a journal card, a little owl, some ribbon. Oh, there's things in this pocket. How cute is that? That's a printable that I don't know if it's up or not. I'm working on it, you guys. I'm also going to, hopefully by mid-June to late June, start trying to put together a design team. I just want there to be enough files up on the website to use. So if you're interested, and you don't have to do journals, like, you know, I use so many of my printables. I craft all the time to make things. So if you just, even if you just make tags and you're interested, I just love that people love creating, and I love seeing what they do with it. And then you guys, you can take any of this and move it around. You know, if this was me, when I got this journal, I'd take out so much of the ephemera, you know, because I know that I overload it. And I would just have it available so that as I journal, I can use it. So it's not meant to stay in the place that I necessarily put it. It's just meant to show you the different ways you can use it. All these pockets that I have. This is actually even a pocket here. Journal card. It's in there. This is some interesting, it's like double-sided. I think it was used for florals. I got a roll of it. I just made a journal card out of it. Some more of that scrapbook paper. And I'm gonna add my all of my journals I have a little dangle that has a logo and a few other things to it, but I was just trying to get this film so I could get it listed. More embossed paper. Like I said, I love embossed paper. It's a little journal card. A little collage work. Another little piece of paper. That's from a old Sears catalog. I have a lot of this, and I need to list some of it. I love this fabric. It was a vintage spread from like the 30s or the 40s that I found. It was still in the wrapper. My husband couldn't believe I was going to cut it up, but you know, I once cut up a $600 dress just because I wanted a piece of silk off of it. So I'm not opposed to cutting up. This is vintage wallpaper. And then there's a printable, and that's more of that wallpaper. This is some of that Ralph Lauren fabric. And then the back has a little tuck if you want to use it, and more of that. Look at that. It's so pretty. I love it. Thank you guys so much. You mean so much to me. All your support. I did start a Patreon, and what I used Patreon for, I had like several people ask me to do it, was for like, if I create a kit, I would create 3, 4, 5 more files, and they're just exclusive. They're like add-ons to the kit, but they're free to Patreon. And I do have a lot of just exclusive for Patreon members only. And I have vowed to be diligent about uploading videos. You know, I always worry like my nails are horrible, the lighting's bad, like it's raining, but I just don't care anymore. I'm just gonna do it because I have so much to share, and I always put it to the side and then never get to it. So again, thank you guys. You can find me at Original Junk Gypsy or thejunkgypsy.com. See you there.